Hey Greg, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? All
Pretty
good?
good. About yourself. You doing all right?
Yes, a bit tired today, but yeah, Mondays aren't easy, just sometimes.
That's why you need to
Oh,
have this meeting on Tuesdays.
uh, there, there, there is no good day for having a meeting at 11 p.m., but yeah. Hey Juan,
Hello, how's it going?
Just
good?
fast forward 12 hours and then you'll have it at 11 a.m. on the next day.
Yeah. How is going your week, Juan?
It's
Your
going
your
great, thank
Monday?
you. What about you? Almost your end of Monday, as far as I can tell from the
Yeah,
conversation. But
I was saying that a bit tired today, but Mondays aren't easy, so yeah, it's almost done.
almost. So it's 11 p.m. over there, right?
Yeah, it
And it
is.
should be, what, 10 p.m. in the UK, I guess. Yeah, that's late. I don't know how you guys do it. You
Because
are
we love JSON
brave.
Schema.
Yes, I can tell.
Hey Ben, good night. Good evening.
Abraham. Hmm.
Let's see if we have more people joining.
Mhm.
How is going your progress with your implementation, Juan? I'm reading a lot of great questions from your side. So you are
Yes,
you are cooking
I'm
something
digging
cool.
deep.
Yeah,
For sure, for sure. No, I'm working very hard on that. One of the main things I'm working right now is trying to like truly understand the whole dynamic referencing aspect. So that has been a bit of an interesting rabbit hole. So I've been asking lots of questions, but I think it's progressing. What I hope to be able to do is at least get a blog post on the JSON Schema blog, just like explaining dynamic referencing. And maybe that would also explain scoping, like lexical dynamic scoping, or might actually be like a first article, right? And then the other one linking to that one. I guess we'll see depending on the length. But yeah, I've been digging around, rereading the spec many times and playing around with stuff. So I think I'm getting closer.
Yeah. Do you understand the evaluation path?
I do. I
Yeah.
think I do now after all of these
So
discussions I've been having with Jason.
yeah, so if you can follow the evaluation path, the lexical scope, or no, the dynamic scope is just everything that's included in the evaluation path. And that's it.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But I'm trying to write it down properly on a blog post. I mean,
Yeah.
mostly, being like from a selfish point of view, I guess to polish my own understanding and get you guys to apply a lot of reading to the blog post I'm gonna send as a PR. But hopefully, I think yes, that makes sense. I think as far as I've seen, there are also some tricky cases, to consider. So I think just trying to write everything down seems to be the best way to make sure I actually get it.
Yeah.
So.
I think one problem that we face is because it's a difficult concept to understand, people aren't using dynamic references really at all just because they don't get them.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It is tricky, but hopefully with the blog post should become at least a bit easier. So I'm gonna have a few diagrams and stuff like that. So working on that. I'll send a PR whenever I'm ready.
Any news that you can share on the book?
Yeah, so the book we're all on the post production phase. So we have done
Nice.
all the writing and everything, but there's a whole period, with the graphic design team at O'Reilly redoing, all the graphics. There is a marketing campaign being planned. There's gonna be the Amazon pre-release being booked as well. There are some podcasts also for like first-time authors on the first release. So things are shaping up. I think it's mostly on O'Reilly's, like the ball is on them but we are reviewing some of the early PDFs, making sure that the accessibility issues are sorted out in the black and white version versus online. We're doing quizzes. We are reviewing the index, the back cover. So there's all of these surrounding aspects. But the idea is it's going to go on print in March if everything goes fine.
Do you know what animal they're going to use on the front page on the cover?
I do have the cover, yes. Let me. I think while we discuss, I'll try to post it in the chat. Let me find it.
Did you have any input on what to put on there? Or did they just pick
A
something?
bit, yeah, a bit. They provide some options.
Okay.
So we have some level of, they, I think from what I can tell, they have like a library of like pre-made, designs that they have. They're gonna have a sign for all the future books, so you get some degree of picking.
I think it's going to be an insect.
No, it's a bird. But let me
Okay.
actually post it. What is it? I'm trying to find it now.
While he's doing
I
that,
have
everybody
it.
have a good holiday.
Good enough. Could have been longer.
Same.
I actually,
And better weather. was awful.
Thanks to Ben's comment, I actually discovered that I had another week on vacation, and I'm just like, I can't. I'm so bored at home. 5 weeks was too much. I thought it was just 4 weeks. So technically, I guess I'm not supposed to come back from vacation until next week.
Can always be adjusted.
Why such a long vacation?
I don't know.
I'll take your extra week, Greg.
Okay.
Yeah, share it
In
with the
our
team.
in our unlimited time
Yeah.
off scenario, you can have it.
You share the cover on Slack. Apparently, you cannot actually upload stuff on Zoom. Interesting enough. But you should see it in there.
I just assumed you would share your screen. Share your screen.
Or that. I guess that works as well. Let me actually share my screen for a bit then. Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Lovely.
what sort of bird is that?
I don't remember. They said the name. I have very bad memory.
Looks very ravenish.
Hmm.
I think it was a type of raven or something like that. They said a specific name, but I cannot recall.
Well, thanks to your our discussions on the vocabularies and all that kind of stuff, Juan, and the vocabulary extensions and that stuff. I at the end of last year, I had gone through the 2 vocabularies that I published, and I was looking to update them a little bit anyway. But I re-implemented the meta schemas and everything the way that you describe in the book and the way that
Nice.
the
Awesome.
spec does it and everything. So it took a little bit of shift of understanding and discussion with everybody. But yeah, I see the purpose of the way it was done now. And so I adjusted those and republished new versions of my vocabularies.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. But I think I mean that's a good part of like writing, attempting to write a lot of these things that just ends up surfacing lots of things, that people think or like way that they've been doing things without actually explaining them very well. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to, I mean, if not for the book, but at least do more writing on the JSON Schema blog, to also, I guess, I help mainly with my understanding, but if I can help you guys in any way, that's bonus points.
Quick question regarding vocabularies before starting with today's agenda. Do we have, or is there any repository of vocabularies out there that the people can just search and get inspiration about?
We do
Is there
have a
something?
third-party vocab repository that basically just has a README. It kind of curates. The attempt is to curate um, a list of vocabularies. I need to update it for my new ones. But yeah, it is out there. I think I'm not sure what the repo is. Just JSON Schema vocabularies.
Maybe I don't know how many visits it has right now, but maybe we can think about linking it with the current documentation in somewhere to see if we have more people like taking a look or setting thoughts.
Yeah. Currently, it has the OpenAPI vocabulary and my two vocabularies listed. And I need to update those.
Great. Shall we get started with today's agenda? Let's go. As always, before starting, let's take a look to the meeting etiquette. We are going to record this meeting to share it with the community and also in our YouTube channel. But if someone attending this meeting is again sharing this in YouTube, just reach out to me in a direct message and I'll take care of not uploading this one. Otherwise, this will be online tomorrow. We encourage everyone to challenge any language or behavior that is harmful, not inclusive, or against our code of conduct. We'll try to stay on mute when other people is speaking. And I'm reading this, but we are not following this part of try to use the Zoom reactions for us for a time to speak. I realized that we are not doing it, but I'll suggest just to try to do it. Probably for situations where we have a new joiner, that is the first time that they join the meeting. And I think that if we use the some reactions for us, raise the hand and all the stuff, probably they are going to feel more empowered to speak. So yeah, I'm going to be more, I'm going to repeat this more often. And this is all regarding the meeting etiquette. Just another reminder, this Open Community Wiki meeting is the meeting to unlock issues or for everyone that is like following a discussion, just to add something in the agenda and make that topic prioritize and discuss online. That sometimes discussions takes long on GitHub. So this meeting is ideal for that. And everyone can add topics just using the label agenda, and the issue will be automatically added, or just editing the issue or adding a comment. So I'm just setting this again to make sure that everyone feels empowered to add more topics and discuss with everyone in the community. And that's all. Today's agenda has one single item added by Ben, but we are still on time to add more topics. So if you have something in mind, just send me a message, add a comment, or directly edit the issue. Any comment or question before going with the agenda? Great. First point.
I mean, so I guess we're not ready yet, right? But I've seen a lot of still activity on the stable living spec. I guess discussion, but I guess there still needs to be more discussion there before revisiting. I guess I'm just like bring it up given all the new wave of comments? Is it something that at some point we should be ready to discuss again on one of these calls?
It's definitely something we should be discussing on these calls. I don't know if today is necessarily the right time. I think we should give people a chance to prepare for that discussion. But I think it'd be a good idea to put it on the agenda for next week.
Yeah, I would agree.
Great. I'll take care of make sure that this topic is added for next week. Thanks for the suggestion, Juan. And as we agreed, I'm going to add the topic for next week. So I encourage everyone that is being active in that discussion to try to join the call and have their thoughts or suggestions so we can take the most of the discussion next week. Okay, first point of today's agenda. Let's review the action items of the past week's call. We discussed two topics. The first topic was suggested by me regarding having two different meetings, one for discussing the spec, that is the Open Community Wiki meeting, and another meeting for more community-driven or community topics. During the call, you, Juan, and others in the call remind me that probably the office hours meeting is that meeting, and we don't need more meetings. We don't need just to discuss about what is the scope of those. So regarding that discussion, we agreed two different action items. The first action item was create a survey to get feedback from the community regarding how is going the experience in our community meetings in both Open Community Wiki meeting and the office hours. And also ask the community about the expectations, because some of the thoughts that or some of the things that we discussed the past week is sometimes maybe I have some people like me have the feeling that new people joining the Open Community Wiki meeting maybe are expecting something else or not, but those are just suggestions. So the best way is ask the community. So the survey was shared past week and again today, and for the moment we have just two respondents. I'm going to push it for a couple of weeks more, and as soon as we have a little bit more information, I'll share in the same issue that I created in the next action item. So I am going to share all the insights to see if we were right or not with our suggestions or our assumptions. Any comment regarding the survey? Okay, so the action item is complete. Second action item was, I mean, I started with the second, that is this one, the survey, and this is so I exchanged the order. So just change it. So the second action item was start a discussion specifically asking for feedback or share my suggestions to add more community content in the office hours. This issue has been created by, I forgot to add here the issue number. So let me just very quickly share it here. Nobody joined that discussion for the moment, but hopefully more people will do. This one. So I just put some context regarding the same context that I just shared. And I'm suggesting here like having more structure, manage the agenda so the people can add their own topics. For example, it will be great having implementers sharing features or demo, or adopters sharing how they use JSON schema in production, or people like sharing innovations or challenges. Just some ideas, and I would like to get more people like sharing thoughts. So everyone is invited. Let me copy this here very quickly. I'll add comments later. So those two are completed. Any comment regarding this meetings discussion? Okay, I'll update everyone about how this topic progress. I'm particularly excited about this, and hopefully we can have more like people of the community, active people in the community, like being more present in the office hours in some way. So yeah, more to come. And the second action item was regarding the issue 521. When we have a discussion regarding the concept of critical, to call it in some way, JSON schema projects. And with critical, I was suggesting projects that have like are solving critical problems in some way, like bow tie or alter schema, for name a few. I was this discussion is still like open with not so much progress. And during this meeting, we discussed about changing the scope. Instead of like pushing that conversation, some people in the meeting suggested start a new discussion instead of just pushing that other issue, just capturing what are the critical projects the community identify, and finds ways to inspire community, the community, or inspire and empower and enable with benefits in some way to take or start those projects. And we can connect that discussion with the other issue. So we are starting with the problem, not with the list of projects. I didn't create the discussion yet, so I hope to do it tomorrow. As soon as I have it, I'll ask you guys for feedback, because it's like it's like a ambitious discussion or issue. So yeah, I'll ask everyone for feedback to make sure that the purpose is clear, so we can take the most from the community. Any comment before jumping to the second item of today's agenda?
I just have something real quick. Hey guys, for the critical project, is it projects that are only defined or worked on by JSON schema contributors, or is it anybody?
We are still discussing about what that means, but
Okay.
it can be everybody, anybody in the community. Just a project that is solving a critical problem that is like key for the community. Some of the aspects that I included in this proposal was those projects are language agnostic, are unique, so there is no competing solution. So it's just a critical problem for the community. We identify the problem, and someone just start working on that, and the impact is great for the community. And
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. No, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, I was just kind of wondering if it was only critical projects, basically by maintainers of the JSON schema spec, right? So for instance, like, most of you guys have your own projects, right? So I guess, it was just trying to clarify that. But anyway, I'll add to that discussion whenever you open it, if I have any other questions. Thanks.
I think this is more stuff to bolster the community or to further usages of JSON schema. For instance, the projects to consider thing, he's got bow tie, learn JSON schema and alter schema, those kinds of
Right.
things. Also, development on the IDL vocab, which is translating between programming languages and JSON schema, stuff like that. Really, we
Okay.
do need a lot more help than what the core team can provide work on. So we're definitely looking for help from outside people.
Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
and I really thank you, Jeremy, for asking about this, because when I wrote this issue, I was thinking in trying to avoid the other relevant members of the community or active members of the community think that those projects are just for the core team. Is the opposite. So everyone should feel empowered to join this list. We just need to provide visibility to the bigger problems we have, and this is the goal of the issue that I'm going to create. And let's see what common problems we identify, and let's see if someone has time or ideas, or maybe it's going to be a joint effort. I don't know. So let's see where it takes that discussion.
Okay, sounds good.
Great. Thanks. Going back to the agenda, we have one item added by Ben. So Ben, it's all yours. I have been speaking for 15 or 20 minutes, so it's enough. So all yours.
Thank you, Benha. Yeah, we rather excitedly had a new sponsor recently. Unfortunately, they would fall under a category where I would say they're probably an unethical sponsor. We have a list of existing categories of sponsors that we will not accept or that we will reject. Things like gambling, or let's bring up a list right now. Adult websites, affiliate and review websites, casino, gambling, blah blah blah. Stuff that is generally not going to be of use to the general public, let alone people that are going to be looking on our sponsorship page. Ideally, if you want technological related things to be sponsoring us. So the new sponsor we had, I can't remember the name of the company, it's on the issue, are basically a click farm, selling likes or subscriptions or views to TikTok videos or accounts. I think that's pretty unethical. We don't have this as a category of things we don't accept. So I think there are two things I wanted to raise. Like, firstly, does anyone think we should just accept their money anyway? That doesn't mean they would be listed on the website, or at least on the Open Collective. My inclination is no. The second issue, or the second thing to that raises the question is, should we add an additional clause to that list of things we reject, where anybody can flag any new sponsor for review by us, and then we will review it and take a vote, just to give us a get out clause, so people can't go, it's not on your list of things that you don't accept, so therefore you have to allow it. So they're the two things I wanted to raise with this. Open to any comments. Yeah, but
first of all, I think your suggestion of using the proposal of TST voting for cases like this one is possible. Is probably going to create a good habit of testing the voting approach and sharing the result with everyone. So I think that is great to do it. It's going to be quick probably, and secondly, I think that that list of sites, not allowed sites, is going to grow. And it's going to be a good thing. So we did some changes in the sponsorship journey 3 weeks ago. Probably this new sponsor hopefully is going was because we just clarified some things and updated the packages. It's great. Unfortunately, I hope we are going to agree in not upsetting the sites that can be conflictive, and just let's have the process running. And if we have more people that is like controversial, let's vote it, and hopefully we will have like good names soon. So yeah, let's follow your approach, in my opinion.
I mean, talking about the actual company, so again, I have no idea about them. I don't really know anything about TikTok either. But for what it's worth, I mean, at least a quick search doesn't seem to show that they are like too shady. I mean, and by the way, they seem to also be sponsoring other people. So I see Django from Python, Sindre, they are sponsoring curl, they're sponsoring a vui framework and stuff like that. So I wonder how that compares, for example, our sponsorship policy on them. I mean, just some quick resources from the company that I just literally found now, in case anybody wants to check them out. They seem to be a company based in Sweden.
I guess the other thing might be something.
sure.
Sorry, one real quick. Just the other thing might just be: are they actually using JSON schema for their product that they sell? Right. I mean, it's possible that they might be an actual user and they appreciate what JSON schema is doing, versus just being like a click form, right?
Yeah, I mean, it may totally be they are a legitimate user of JSON schema, as may loads of other sites that we feel are unethical. Particularly,
Yeah,
I feel
that's
this is, unethical because it's spreading falsehoods. Like, people aren't getting, actually getting 100,000 views. They're buying someone to create a script which generates 100,000 views. Like, it's spreading falsehoods, and to me, that's unethical. Yeah, Benham.
I did some research, but I couldn't find the repository. I just searching in Trustpilot and Open Collective, but the information in the repository made me change my mind a little bit. So maybe as a previous step before, I mean, if there is kind of a little bit of doubt about this one, and probably there is, if they are already sponsoring those other projects, maybe as first step, we can reach out to them, thanking first for supporting us, and maybe we can just share that we have a little bit some concerns regarding the business, and if they are open to have a call, so we can just discuss, and maybe it's just a matter that we don't understand that business, and someone in the company can explain us much better, and probably it's like something that we think is unethical, but it's not. So let's speak first.
I would say it's definitely unethical, unquestionably. Like, there's no question in my mind that it's not unethical. Like, you can't
What does
sell.
TikTok say about it, for example? I wonder, for example, what the guidelines are, because I mean, if the platform itself allows this, then is it ethical or not? I
Well,
mean, I think it's a gray area, right?
They're creating fake social media accounts. They're creating fake identities, basically. It's not organic advertising like they promise. An increase in accounts following someone within an hour or something, or in a day, and it's quite clearly unorganic. They are fake accounts.
Any comment after this last comment by Ben? If not,
Well, I mean,
maybe
just reading their GitHub. I mean, it says We prioritize genuine engagement. Our services boost your TikTok profile with real TikTok followers, views, and likes, ensuring organic growth. So
Where have you seen the fake accounts, by the way, Ben? Do you have any links or stuff that we can use as like proof of the like the unethical stuff? Because also if we, for example, engage with them, it might be useful to point them at, we think it's unethical because of these, right?
Yeah, that's a good question. I can't remember where they are now. I could have another look for them, but I definitely saw. Yeah, a couple of articles and reviews saying these are clearly not accurate, and fake accounts based on the accounts that they are actually seeing. Yeah.
although on their actual website it does say, "Can I make purchase followers look organic?" And then it says, all you have to do is purchase multiple smaller batches of followers and let your account grow naturally between the purchasers. So, I mean, I guess that's kind of contradictory to that.
I think that we
Yeah, so
spend good time discussing this topic, and maybe we have the voting process for that. So let's put it in practice. Everyone share their concerns or opinions. So I think that just let's vote. And if I'm not mistaken, we are going to create an issue and ask everyone for vote, right? So this is
Yeah,
the
I'll
action.
I'll
Go ahead,
follow
Ben.
with the voting process, which is defined in our yet to be ratified charter or governance process rather. So I'll create that and but follow that for this. I think that's the reasonable way to proceed with that.
I think it would be important,
Uh,
I think, for that voting process to at least, try to do as much research as we can and put a lot of information in there. Otherwise, I guess the worst case scenario is that we end up voting with like knowing only half of the coin. And then we might actually make a wrong decision both ways, right? We actually don't know. I think it's the point that we probably should clarify before even voting.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, we can certainly collect some more information and come back to confirm if people feel we've got sufficient information before we go to a vote. But yeah, we can try and put that information in a vote, in the vote information.
Quick comment regarding the voting process, because I don't I review or read the pull request long ago, and I don't remember if it's just for we don't have written somewhere the people that can vote or not. So is that voting process open to everyone, or is just for the core team, whoever is part of that team? I think that is important to clarify it, because if it's going to be an open issue, uh, uh, it's important, and maybe there are some cases when everyone can vote or not. So do you remember, Ben?
Yeah, I mean it's defined as just for the core team voting. It's like a TSC decision. Having said that, other people are certainly welcome to comment and voice their opinions on those issues. But the votes that are counted in the votes are those that are part of the TSC. I think that is defined, but I would have to look exactly where that is.
And then the next point then is when we should start thinking about publishing or promoting a process for more people joining the TST. I think that is, we are like prioritizing and reprioritizing things, but if we are putting the voting process in place, I think that is connected. We should like in a not long or medium period of time, probably much better short, open like a issue for clarify what is the process to nominate or apply to join the TST. because I think that is a good time for that. And the more people involved, the better. So we have been discussing a lot. We all agree that we need more people, but we just prioritize and we don't start process. So is it okay if I add it in the agenda? I'm going to start an issue first, and let's have this in this agenda, not for next week because we have like a lot to talk about with the other issue that we committed to add in the agenda, but for the in a couple of weeks. Is that fair?
Yeah, I think that's fine. Let's definitely have a chat about that over this week.
Cool. And any other comment or new topics before ending the meeting for today? Cool. Thanks everyone for joining. Jeremy, it's great to see you here. So thank you for joining, and thank you everyone. We had a great discussion. I have the action items, and everything will be shared tomorrow. So thank you everyone. Have a good rest of the day. Good night, and let's keep discussing in Slack. Take care.
Thanks, Benya.
Bye.
You guys. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.